we'll dive into the major categories. Why not talk about the big six? That's picture, actor, actress, supporting actress, and director. We'll talk about kind of just an overview of those and see what we had to say. And I'm probably going to bleed into the person I'm happiest to see win because we're going to go over that quickly after this segment. But God, I'm so happy Yuh-Jung Youn won. I was really close to picking Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy, and I really wouldn't have been mad if she won. Truthfully, she was easily the best part of Hillbilly Elegy, and the poor woman hasn't won yet in her career. But she had this funniest speech of a winner of the night. And at 73 years old, I think she's also a really good reminder that you're never too old to win.
Yeah.
You're never too old to really, to see your dreams realized in that way and get that international recognition that she really deserved, especially for that performance. She was funny as hell in that quick speech that she delivered. I thought her best joke was the I really couldn't see myself winning this, or maybe it's just the American hospitality for the old Korean lady. So, I loved her. I thought she was the speech of the night. No disrespect to Frances McDormand. The Academy loves her like they love Meryl Streep, but I really wish Carey Mulligan would have won. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Promising Young Woman. I really wish Carey Mulligan would have won. I was pretty happy to see Emerald Fennell win. I was pretty happy to see her win for original screenplay. But damn it, I would have liked to see Carey Mulligan win. Those are my big 2 points on that.
Absolutely. I know for, yeah, man, when Yuh-Jung won, my dad, who didn't even watch Minari, was like, yes! And I'm like, you didn't even watch Minari. You're just happy because she's Asian. Because my dad is Filipino and my parents are Filipino. And he was like, like, yeah, you're right. It's only because she's Asian, but I got to represent. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I love it. Like her opening lines after getting up there was like, hello, Brad Pitt. It's like, no matter what age you are, no matter where you're from, you gotta thirsty over Brad Pitt, those ladies. Yeah, for me, I guess the happiest, we're talking about happiest, who won. I am actually gonna go with Emerald Fennell for original screenplay for Promising Young Woman, and I didn't even think that was gonna win. I marked Sound of Metal as best original screenplay just because I thought it was so unique after reading a little bit of it. Not that I'm big into reading screenplays, I should be because they're really fascinating, but just the unique challenge of writing a screenplay for that kind of movie where a lot of the characters are deaf, you play around with sound and all that. How you write that, I think, is really cool. But honestly, Promising Woman, when they won it, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense because it's a thrilling story, man. And I'm glad that they were at least able to walk away. I think that's the only thing that they won. Maybe one more, but
I think so. And I didn't know she directed that thing 7 months pregnant too.
Yeah,
damn.
Honestly, like in the same way that Minari is like a kind of the torch for Asian representation and all that, and Nomad led to it to a degree as well. But honestly, Promising Young Woman, that's really such a torchlight for women and survivors of sexual abuse and all that stuff. So it has a representation as well. So for Emerald Fennell to have been pregnant while doing all of that is just flat out astounding. So I'm so glad that she won.
Yeah, I guess we're bleeding into the people we're happiest with too. I was gonna say major categories, but why not, Joe? Who are you happiest for?
No, let me talk about my biggest upset. How dare they not let Onward win Best Animated Feature? I can't even say that with a straight face.
Cap.
But speaking of animated films, the person or the group of people I was happy to see when I even texted the group chat this was the guys who made the original score for Soul, which was Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and John Batiste. And I was really happy they let John just have his moment on stage because Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross have been nominated multiple times and they've won once. They've had their moments, they're 9 Inch Nails. They're not gonna give a damn. So it's just like, yeah, let the guy who's probably he might have the hardest time out of us, getting another nomination because we've gotten them hundreds of times. The Academy basically loves them because they work with directors like what's his name, the guy that directed Mank.
Fincher,
yeah. They work with people like David Fincher, and now they're working with Pixar. It's like, well, we'll probably be up here again sometime soon. So I'm glad they let that guy just have the whole time up there just to say what he wanted to say. The other one that I was really happy seeing was one of my favorite films from last year. Was Denmark's Another Round. I was so happy that one international feature film because I didn't know any of the other movies. So like, of course, my checkbox was on that because I liked it, and I was happy to see that it won. I was a little sad though to see right when the Oscars ended, they were just like, just announced Leonardo DiCaprio in the American remake of Another Round. But we could talk about that when we eventually review it 2 years from now or whatever.
He's gonna make money. He's gonna make more money off that. He doesn't care.
Snobs like us are gonna hate it, but you know what? Audiences are gonna see it.
Oh yeah,
and it might not be bad.
It might.
If Leo's in it, I am confident.
I'm not as high as on Another Round as you are, Joe.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested in Leo's version.
Drunk.
I will be. I'm gonna be there for Leo, but it's just weird because like you know how Denmark is when it comes to drinking and the culture behind it compared to America. It's just like
it's just gonna be the Wolf of Wall Street again.
Basically, yeah.
Really quick. Can I just say that? Well, I shouldn't be laughing about this, but like. When director of Another Round was giving his speech, my dad, we all saw it, I think, but it's like, damn, that's really just his story because he has gone through some shit. His son died, I think.
Daughter,
daughter, and it's like
at the end of the movie,
shit, dude.
So it's the name.
Yeah, so it's like there's no way he didn't like suffer some level of either some sort of substance abuse or alcoholism or some sort of addiction resulting from that loss, or even just the depression. And it's like, damn, it's so clear that he put himself into that work, and he is justly rewarded for it. So good for him.
And then lastly, the person of acting categories that I was very happy to see win was finally Daniel Kaluuya, because I've been saying this with Steve for the longest time as well, and I'm sure Dom has been saying it too. When the hell is this guy gonna win? Like, I tweeted out 4 photos. It was Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, Steven Yeun, and Dave Patel. And it's just like I literally said I forgot what the exact caption was, but it had something to do with when are these guys going to basically win an Oscar?
Michael B. Jordan, too. I thought that guy would have Oscars by now.
Yeah, Michael B's another one, man. It's just like so good, but hasn't won an Oscar yet. Starter Kid is right there. And they're young. They have their whole careers ahead of them still. And I'm hoping they get their chance to shine again. But again, I also thought it was weird that both Daniel and Lakeith were considered supporting actors, but we talked about that already back in the other show that we did of our thoughts of the nominees.
Yeah, the other thing, and I mean, you guys haven't seen Nomadland yet, so it's funny that we haven't really talked much about the Best Picture because you guys haven't seen Nomadland. I have, and I'm content with it winning Best Picture. We might review it down the road, but I'm content with it winning Best Picture. My problem is that there's 3 movies that were clearly better than it, in my opinion, and that was Minari, that was The Father, and that was Sound of Metal. I thought those were 3 clearly better movies than Nomadland. I like Nomadland quite a bit. There is a lot to like about it, but you know what ultimately pissed me off, though? Credit to Chloé Zhao for winning too, because I thought she did a beautiful job directing that movie. But you know what? The thing that I think the award that aggravated me the most of the night of all of them was cinematography. The award that was tailor-made for Nomadland to win, the one that Nomadland, if nothing else, should have won was cinematography, and they gave it to goddamn Mank.
Mank, the story of the writer of Citizen Kane.
And Mank now has twice as many Oscars as Citizen Kane. Talk about retroactive praise from the Academy, too.